How many years have you been doing caricatures?
I think since the mid 80s.
Yeah. It's a long
Actually
time.
drawn caricatures, yes, decades. I say decades, so I don't.
Decades. How did you get into doing caricatures?
Well, I was
Caricatures.
dabbling with caricatures, but let's see, 86, I joined the army, but I was a draftsman,
Yeah.
like doing maps and overlays and things like that. So when I went in, I didn't have to, I already had some education with some schooling. So they took me
Okay.
directly to the job in Fort Hood, Texas. And when I went there, everybody knew I was an artist. So they all asked me to draw their like portraits of their kids and they would pay me, but it was off
What?
duty.
Yeah.
So as I was drawing everybody's kids and getting paid, extra money, somebody came to me and said, I know you draw portraits, but can you draw the general and his wife really funny, like a caricature, so we can give
What?
him a gift as he's
Yeah.
moving away, he's leaving to another state. So I tried, but back then it was portraity and they loved it. And I started to advertise caricatures.
That's so cool.
And then it was
So,
when I'll say this fast. When I got home and advertised it, I met up with Trudy Nash from, now she's an ISCA member. She's the one that told me about NCN. Back then it was National Caricature Network.
yeah.
Yeah, and I joined. So that once I joined, the caricatures blew me away, just how crazy they can get.
Is this your real job or is it just a hobby?
Ah, yes. Isn't that degrading?
It is degrading. What do you say to people
Right.
when they say that?
Well, I tease them and say, well, it became a hobby when I was sitting in prison for a little while. I
Yeah.
start out like that and their eyes widen, but then I just say, just kidding.
Right.
So
That's
I
pretty funny.
said, it starts as a hobby, but
Yeah.
now it's my full-time job. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Other than caricatures, do you do any other art?
I love painting on wood.
Yeah.
And uh, I got back to it once this year. In the beginning of the year, I painted Luna, my dog Luna, a caricature.
Uh-huh.
And I took a wonderful, wonderful class from Ralph Ricker. I hope I say it right, from
Yeah, yeah.
Europe, about painting, and he paints on wood. So I learned a lot from
Yeah.
him when I went over to Faces. So there's benefits to going to Europe, with those masters over there too. But anyway, painting on wood is my best, what I love to do, and I can hardly get to it. I'm really
Right.
get that busy with, going to events and
Yeah.
no downtime for me. I have to cook, clean, and take care of my dog.
Right? People ever get mad when they see your sketch or they're ever like, oh, I don't look like that?
Well, I think we all got someone mad because art is subjective, especially if they didn't see your work before they sit down in a chair.
Yeah.
Um, Everybody probably got it, or they compare us to other artists. They think one artist and the other artist draw the same way. I don't know
Right.
why people would think that, but some do. But I do remember one conference I did. There was people watching my TV, and I had my own booth, and it
Yeah.
was crowded. I mean, lines everywhere, and it was in New York, and I was just drawing one after another, and I drew someone Asian, and they said they liked it as soon as I was done. And I took a photo, and then I got called in for the company that was running it, and they told me this lady didn't like her caricature, and
Wow.
and yeah, so it really hurt my feelings. But she said she liked it to me personally, so they said, "How can we avoid this?" And my answer is, you
Right.
can't please everyone. Not everyone knows what they're getting and how they're getting it, and it's just. They just have to know what they're getting before they sit down, I guess. I don't know.
If you've drawn anyone famous, and what do you say?
Yes. I was invited to do Sofia Vergara's event in New York, VIP event. So
Ooh.
yeah, so I got to meet her, draw her. Not only that, my drawings got blown up into posters, and she got a photo right on what is it, page 6 of the New York Post, and that was my
Cool.
caricature in there, and also in the Us magazine it went. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was one big one. Another one I met was Kevin Costner. He was at, and this was a surprise to me because I was hired traditional to
Yeah.
walk in at the Little League Williamsport. I guess it's a famous place that everyone comes for baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's where the
I
Little
had to
League World
walk,
Series is. Yeah.
yeah, I had to walk around and do caricatures for the bleacher people, which I said it was an agency, and I said, "How am I supposed to draw one person and keep moving? Like everyone's going to want a drawing." He
Right.
says, "Say, I'll be right back, and don't come back." So I kept moving around, and then I got called to the VIP section, and
Mhm.
they said an important person's there, so I went there. And I didn't get there in time. There was another artist who actually was drawing Kevin Costner,
Yeah.
but I got to draw his wife and his child.
Oh, that's great.
And the weird part was is I had to stand down and face them, not face the baseball, but face him.
Uh-huh.
And I felt him staring at my face, and I was so like, he was hot. He was hot in person.
Yeah.
So I was so nervous because I felt him staring at my face when I was drawing.
You were
And it
getting
kept
like starstruck a little bit, huh?
yeah, a little bit, like not so much starstruck. He was kind of really handsome back then. I think it was not, I forget when I drew him, maybe 90s. So he was hot then. And he was
Yeah.
big then, dancing with wolves.
Yeah.
And
That's pretty good. Man, that's great.
and I drew, but I met them. To be fair, I knew I was going to meet all these people, and I drew them ahead of time, and I handed
Oh,
to them. So Copperfield was one, and he wasn't the best kind of person to meet.
the
He was a little,
magician.
yeah, the
Oh,
magician, and Penn and Teller I met. They were really nice, and Robin Williams, I met him,
cool.
and I drew him, and he actually looked at it and went. He went, "Wow!" And then he goes, "Can I say a curse on the air?"
Oh, maybe I'll bleep it.
He said, "What the f?" Right? And and then I had explained it's his caricature because I drew him in three ways, right?
Mhm.
And so I asked him to sign my original one, I gave him the original, but I signed a copy,
Yeah.
and he signed it. What the f?
That's pretty awesome.
I
Man,
have that. Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Those are pretty
So
good, man.
yeah, but I mean, I didn't like nobody hired me to draw them or anything like that. I just knew I was going to meet them, so I wanted to give them a gift.
What is the craziest caricature that you have ever drawn, or the craziest situation while drawing a caricature?
Well, I could say it was a crazy situation, but it might not have been caricatures. So if you want to hear this story, I was invited as a digital artist
Uh-huh.
to come to, well, cartoon artist. They were looking for a cartoon artist, and they found me, and it was down in Baltimore. So I got to draw for the Baltimore Symphony,
Yeah.
which is very high. They wanted me to draw Babar the elephant. Okay,
Oh,
so in the past, they used to do shows, and while they play the music to Babar the elephant, now the music is like bees going, bzz, bzz, bzz.
mhm.
So it sounds like everything in the book of
Yeah.
Babar the elephant. And it's only a 20-minute show, and they wanted me to have a concept of painting this elephant and the whole scenery within 20 minutes. And I told them that's
That's so
impossible
fast.
for something like that. So I came up with this theory to do flip page. So I did these murals 5 feet by 7 feet. And I had to draw
Wow.
20 pages. I traced them with the projector because I designed everything, each
Yeah.
page, and they had to approve them. And then I designed 20 murals and I put all these pages together. And they told me to come down for a practice. And I only had one practice with the Baltimore Symphony because they're high end. They don't wait for me. I have to wait for them, right?
Right.
So my practice came, and these guys were helping to flip like on this big, large thing. And they put, those clamps.
Uh-huh.
We put a clamp on each side. So I told them to flip it. And each section had a missing, like a pasted in section that I would paint, like with charcoal, like it was a pastel. So I had
Yeah.
these pastels on the chalkboard. And as I was doing it, they tried to flip it, and the book fell apart, and all the paper flew onto the stage.
Oh my
And that
God.
was my only trial. The next day was a show. So we sat
Wow.
there and bound it with tape. And they were all nervous about me because I didn't really get a full rehearsal. So when it came time and we had the book all together, it was bound and it stayed up there and the two guys were going to flip it. When the show started, I came out and I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to dance. So I started to dance and draw at the same time. So I went with the music and I danced, and the show was a big hit. And the people that, hired me said, I didn't know you can dance. This was great. So I saved everything, but
That's so great.
They had one out of order. So when the page flipped and I saw it was out of order, I go, one more, and they flip, and then I go, now back two, giving them signals, and they caught on, so. And then all the children rushed me on the stage for my autograph.
There you go. You were like, that's such a great story, man.
Yeah, so it was embarrassing to start, though.
What do you have plans for the rest of the year as far as like projects or places you're going to go?
Well, I'm definitely going to Europe. I was considering Caricon in Scotland. But it is only 3 days, I think they do something. It's really one big day you draw, but the rest of the time you party.
Lots of drinking.
Yes. Iska's this year. I'm considering that, but I do have some more travel ahead in the fall. Fall is one of my biggest seasons.
Cool.
So I do some 2 big conferences then, and they already are setting it forward. And I'll be in California for one. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, and the summer's a little laid back, so I might go on vacation somewhere, and I might be venturing somewhere new.
So it was great having Angie on the show today. I hope you guys learned a little bit about her and you follow her on all the social media platforms. And, if you need a digital caricature artist, call up Angie. Now's the time on the show that we do the great reveal and time lapse. I drew Angie drew me, and this is what we came up with.